All right, knock us dead.
Alright, how's it going, guys? I'm about to bore you all to death with something that interests me. I began when I was in Afghanistan, my last tour. A friend of mine that was into antiques, he was kind of a fan of anything from ancient antiquity, followed me into a bazaar one day that's kind of like a market, and I showed him some old coins that I'd found from the Kashani Empire. They predated the Persian Empire, and he said, "Hey man, those are legit, you need to get some." I got some and started cleaning them up. They were over 2,000 years old. I thought they were pretty cool. So then I got some Roman coins. Similar to this one. One thing you don't want to do, they have a slight kind of greenish corrosion on there called a patina. You do not want to scrape that off, even though it's tempting, because a lot of times you can read the coin, make out a lot of the crude detail better if you do that, but it defaces the coin, it ruins the value. And that picture is not showing up very well. But as you can make out on the metal of that last one, somebody did scrape the patina off of that one, and it looks a lot cooler. You can make out the copper and everything, but it's worthless. Well, not worthless, but it's not worth as much as it would have been. Some more examples of Roman coins, some other artifacts. One of the coolest things I brought back was a Greek arrowhead, similar to that one. That's called a willow point. They're actually pretty unusual. It's one of the older ones, and anyway, I thought it was kind of neat. Some other random artifacts. It's a bone fragment with an arrowhead in there. Several, it's 1,500 years old, I think, is what I read about it. Nice blade. Anyway, it's kind of a long ways off, but I'm a little bit of a history nerd, but I don't think I would really be suited to be a teacher. I'm going to try and get into archaeology one day, so it's a pretty good hobby for me. I've attributed and cleaned up several old coins, did some research, found out what the emperors were, what the dates were. People back then really weren't much different than they are now. Like, for example, I've even found a few counterfeit Roman coins that were made in areas around Carthage and North Africa. So times really don't change that much. But anyway, that's about it. Thank you.
All right. Very interesting. So it was the